Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Barack, back again with another Steely Dan tier list, and this time we're going to be ranking Walter Becker and Donald Fagen's solo albums.
Wait a minute, Barack. I thought we were going to be talking about the new Knower album and how shitty the mix is.
Hey, I thought the mix was pretty good. It sounded great on my MacBook speakers.
Are you fucking deaf? The songwriting and the performances aren't that bad, but it sounds like I'm listening to an AM radio. The production is absolute shit.
That is cap, Donald. Lewis Cole's production is flawless.
Both of you shut the fuck up. We specifically got a request to rank Donald Fagen's solo albums, and I decided to include Walter's albums too because I wanted to be equitable.
Ooh, I love Walter Becker.
Okay, first up is the Nightfly. Donald Fagen's first solo album released in 1982. This was his first release without longtime collaborator Walter Becker.
I love this album. It's slick and smooth and was just in time when I needed a Fagen fix. If you think about it, it was the perfect sound for the 80s. I smashed so many hoes to this shit. Green Flower Street bops so fucking hard. It's an absolute S tier.
Green Flower Street does bop. And I can't believe I'm agreeing with Cheeto Boy, but I love this album. It absolutely belongs in S tier. My only complaint is that the mix is a little thin. There just isn't enough bass in the mix. I read somewhere that it sounds like that because it was one of the first albums to be recorded digitally. See, back in those days, we were still using phonograph players and 8 tracks.
Shut the fuck up, Sleepy Joe. What do you think, Obamna?
I like the Nightfly. It's not as great as Gaucho, but it is enjoyable the whole way through. I especially enjoy New Frontier and the Goodbye Look. I have no objections with putting it in S tier.
Okay, that's cool, dog. Hey, I know we're supposed to do Kamakeria next, but I just want to give mad fucking props to the Century's End single with Shanghai Confidential on the flip side. Century's End slaps so hard.
Straight facts, Joe Obama. Century's End definitely does slap. It's not on the list, but I would give it an S tier if it was.
Century's End is fucking baller, dog.
Okay, boys, next up is Kamakeria. I'm just going to keep it 100 here. I hated this album when it came out, but there were a couple parts that I kind of liked. Like that part in On the Dunes that goes, bat-it, dat, bah.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie. Kamakeria is the fucking shit. You just don't like it because it has fake drums.
I thought there were real drums on that one. In fact, according to Wikipedia, Christopher Parker and Dennis McDermott played drums on that album.
And who the fuck are they? I've never heard of them in my life.
Leroy Clouden played drums on that album too, but you wouldn't know that, you fucking racist.
Come on, guys, let's stop fighting. We all love Donald Fagen. I say Kamakeria is a solid B.
I'm okay with that.
This is fucking sacrilegious. It's at least A tier.
I don't know, Joe. I just don't think it was that great. Snowbound and On the Dunes were fucking dope, but the rest of the album was mid.
You're right, Obama. Deal with it, Sleepy Joe. Kamakeria is B tier at best.
Next up is Walter Becker's 11 Tracks of Whack. I absolutely love this album. I met Walter when he was recording it.
We were in goddamn Hawaii.
I stopped by his studio and he played me a rough mix of Cringe Maker.
That is absolute cap, Obama. You never met Walter Becker?
No, it's true, Donnie. I was there. He invited us to his farm and served us delicious avocados. It has to go in S tier.
That is fake news, Joe Obama. There is no way it's going in S tier. The computerized drum tracks ruin it for me. It's A tier at best.
Okay, that's fine with me. Next up, Morph the Cat. I enjoyed this album quite a bit. My favorite tracks were Security Joan and The Night Belongs to Mona. This was the final album in Donald Fagen's trilogy of concept albums. Donald referred to it as his death album, and that's pretty fucking hardcore. I'd put it in A tier.
I'm okay with A tier. It's not as good as the Nightfly, but it's a lot more funky than Kamakeria. Security Joan makes me feel tingly in my trousers. I'd like a saucy TSA agent to strip search me.
Oh my God, Joe, nobody wants to hear about what's tingling in your pants.
Come on, guys, we only have 2 albums left to go. Let's get this over with.
Okay, I'm fine with A tier.
Next up is Circus Money.
I gotta be honest, boys. I've never listened to this album. Nothing against Walter Becker, but I had basically checked out by 2008. I was listening to a lot of Lil Wayne and Kanye West. I'll let you and Joseph rank this one.
Well, I have to be honest, this isn't one of my favorite albums. There certainly are some memorable tracks like Paging Audrey and Upside Looking Down, but I haven't found myself listening to this one very much. With that said, it's still a strong B tier. The music is great and it has an undeniable raw Steely Dan sound.
That's right, Obama. There's no denying that Walter gave Steely Dan their hard, dangerous rock and roll edge. He was allegedly addicted to cocaine, morphine, barbiturates, and heroin. God damn, no wonder their music was dope as fuck. Walter gave Steely Dan their hard rock credibility and dark cynicism. I'm okay with B tier.
Okay, and finally we have Donald Fagen's Sunken Condos.
Oh, I like this one. One night I was watching Jerry Letterman, and the next thing I know, Donald was playing The Weather in My Head. I went out and bought the album the next day. It's an easy A tier for me, boys.
Have you been smoking your son's crack? Sunken Condos is okay, but it's no A tier. I like the mix. There are great textures throughout, and Fagen's voice sounds strong and energetic here, but the songwriting feels cookie-cutter and uninspired. I'd rather listen to their back catalog. I'd put it in D tier.
Trash opinion, Trumpy, but I wouldn't expect you to appreciate good music.
I don't know, Joe. This one just doesn't do it for me. I especially felt that the cover of Out of the Ghetto was an odd choice. It was funky. But hearing a 70-year-old Donald Fagen sing about shaking your booty ghetto style makes me cringe. For the sake of time, let's compromise and put this in C tier.
Whatever, Obamna. Jill is running a bath for me, and there's a bowl of chocolate chip ice cream with my name on it. I'm the fuck out.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Good tier list, Obamna. I'm about to spark up that dank za. Are you coming over?
Hell yeah, my guy. I just have to finish this video for Cedric.
Okay, peace the fuck out, homie.
Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tier list. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions for our next tier list, leave a comment below. Okay, bye now.